You never want to be on the top level because typically when tornadoes strike a structure, they take the roof off first, and any debris that falls down can fall on you. So definitely put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Okay, let's go back into this area here. Again, continue to watch this tornado warning for parts of Greene, Morgan, and Oconee County over toward the Greensboro area right now. That's what we're looking at, this area right in here where there could be some rotation with the convection that's pushing through your area right now. Certainly you're hearing the heavy rain coming down. Typically people will say that they hear the sound of a train. That would be the whooshing back and forth of those winds moving very rapidly, often associated with the sound of a train passing by. And so certainly if you hear that, you definitely want to get into your safe place. But hopefully this is not as broad as we or as tight as we've seen some of the others. But as you take a look at this, Melissa's putting a track on this, moving up to the north at about 35 miles per hour. It could be over the Grishamville area by 6:29. Again,
yeah, I'm just looking for updates from the National Weather Service, and they're kind of confirming that this is just radar indicated. It's not confirmed, and this latest scan doesn't look as impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say it's starting to fall apart a little bit. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple of minutes they begin to drop this one here. Go back to the velocity real quick. It was just showing us some very heavy rain coming down. Yeah, so looking in this particular area, and even the lightning is starting to be displaced from this a little bit, but very heavy rain in your area right now. I would go ahead and take the necessary precautions anyway in this area, just to be on the safe side. Typically we don't confirm tornadoes until we get an eyewitness that will see that. And again, at this hour, with it being so dark outside, it's very hard because these tornadoes are very rain wrapped. But if you take a look at the track of this as it continues to push up to the north, could be over toward the Wayswood area around 6:42 if it begins to hold together. Could make it up toward Farmington by 6:54. So we'll watch that. I doubt if it makes it up toward Elder, but again, we'll be watching it as it does. We're going to stay with you on the air or live here until that begins to expire. Probably within the next, I'd say, a couple of minutes or so, they'll let that one begin to expire. As Melissa and I are looking at the velocity, and it looks a little bit more broad than tight. Here over the metro area, got some very heavy rain coming down at this particular hour. As you can see, where we have these oranges in here, that's some very heavy rain. Certainly where we have the red, some heavy downpours. The winds, no doubt, picking up as well. It's been so far on the calm side as far as the winds in a lot of areas like Roswell up towards Sandy Springs, but all right, so now we have another tornado warning, looks like, for Baldwin and Wickens. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit further down to the south of us, over toward Milledgeville. That's a little bit south of our area there. Here's Jasper, Putnam counties. That would be our counties, but that's just to the south of our viewing area there. Our warning would be this one here, just to the east of Madison, over in the Greene County area. So there's Greensboro right there. I think just north of that, if you're in Greensboro, I think you're okay as far as a tornado is concerned. But upstream, you have to be on the lookout. We talked about Wrightswood is one of those areas that we need to be concerned about. Again, it doesn't look as bad as it did a little while ago, but certainly want to be on the lookout for anything that could be coming up in the area. Melissa just put up the Bree tracker there. Haven't seen, doesn't look like much.
It still doesn't look impressive. So hopefully this is already spinning down whatever may have spun up.
And that's the case with tropical systems that move through your area, folks. When we see the outer bands push through, there is enough shear indicated with these storms that they begin to send out some rotation in the area, and so that's really Doppler indicated rotating around. And so we're watching that to see if there's any kind of a tornado on the ground, of course, but we want to let you know that there could be one in your particular area. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Still dealing with that very heavy rain. The other threats with this would be some of the ponding that's on the roadways out there. This is very heavy rain coming down very fast, really doesn't have a whole lot of places to go, if you will, and so we'll be watching to see the flooding that would be taking place in a lot of these areas as well.